Wait, are we playing the record player or not?
No, we're not playing it. I have to look for a couple things.
Blues and Tubes by Google. This is the album cover.
We do not have it. So, but jazz is interesting because sometimes they have different covers for the same album.
Have you tried ordering it online?
I was going to,
That's a
but
fun
then I was
idea.
like, I want to find.
It is kind of fun to find it. We don't have that cover for sure.
What I generally do is I go to record stores and I buy stuff that I'm looking for. I mean, so that I find.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I have so many records now.
Then what I do is if there's something I specifically want, I look to see if I can order it because you're going to be stuck spending like hundreds of dollars instead of tens of dollars.
Yeah.
And then the
Might
other
order
thing I do is if it's a really rare find, like there are records that are like $700 on vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones I remind myself that I should not be a jerk and just buy that record on iTunes. So sometimes I still listen to my phone, right? You listen to your phone sometimes?
Yeah, that's what I've been listening to Blues and Roots on.
Nice. So I would suggest not going out because what will happen is,
Okay.
and this is a weird thing. I most of the records we buy now come with downloads for free with the record if you buy the modern ones. But I don't like to sully my music by putting it on my phone. So if I can't, now I have a bit of a split where there's like things that I can listen to online. And can you see the screen? You got to go slower for that camera, I think. Yeah, look over here.
Left,
Look.
left.
Here. There you go. See?
There you go. Anyway, happy
Um,
birthday, Jess.
we have two copies.
We
of
have
those.
3 copies of
The
this.
original mono pressing?
No,
Yeah.
but we'll open
2
this.
original
It's
mono
already
and
open.
one of the stereo, the 40th or 50th anniversary ones.
It doesn't even have a barcode. It's too old for
Do you have this record?
I don't like the Beatles.
Oh,
Now you're.
I don't
Do
know
we
what to
take
We're
it
gonna
to
hold on
give it to
it.
Felix
No.
when he grows
I'm
up?
not
We'll protect it until you're ready.
Not that I don't like the Beatles. I'm just not a big
I-
fan of them.
I
I can
understand.
I appreciate all their
Yeah.
everything. I just not
Okay.
my thing.
No,
So
that's totally fair.
for you. I was gonna
You're
give you
okay.
them either way,
You.
even if you didn't have Blues and Roots.
Oh, you're
Problematic.
so sweet.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to put
I was
anything
like,
on
oh,
the
this
wheels?
is rich. I was
Yes.
looking through the rare vinyls.
Don't get us rare vinyls. Those are for collectors. We're people that want to use the vinyls.
Then use them.
Like my where is it? Back there, I have a
One-eyed,
original
one-horned,
light brick.
flying purple people.
Amazing. Oh yeah, don't talk about
Saved
it.
in
He
his
can be on
garage
it.
for, like,
It's on the book.
50 years. And the deal I made with him when I bought it was I said, listen, because he had like 10 light brights that came off the first line of light brights.
It's a
And the
3-in-1.
deal I made with him is I said, look at I can't pay you $75 for this.
It
But
has
if
to
you
be.
know you sold them for 150, I said I can't pay you 150 for this, but if you
Okay, so
Okay, hold on before we get started with the piece
is
of
the Mikey
inspiration.
thing mooted?
Okay, so we are starting. It's Rumble 555. Yay! A big yay to everyone who braved the cold. Yay! You guys,
Did you make tea?
yeah, exactly.
Did you make
I boiled water. Do you want to go? And there's stuff there. Do you want to go where? All right. So it is high. So
It's actually very low outside.
it's a Rumble 555. We are just starting the Rumble. Thank you everyone joining in. Oh my gosh.
Jessica.
Jessica.
Okay, so here we go. I can't stand over here and use the mic because there's stuff on the cable. I'm going to begin with the land acknowledgement, and then we'll get into all the other stuff. The Creator gifted us with this land that we are blessed to share and care for together. We acknowledge that the land we gather on Wakinstis is the ancestral territory of the Siksike Sitapi, the Siksika, the Kainai, the Pikani, and the Amska Pi Pikani. We acknowledge All First Nations and Métis of Treaty 7 lands, the Sutena, the Akabe, which includes Bearspaw, Chiniki, and Goodstoney. We commit to advancing reconciliation, guided by truths, respecting treaty laws, and humbly walking alongside First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. We recognize all who live, work, and play on these lands, and who now call this place home. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming down and for braving the cold, and thank you
And for showing up for Jesse's birthday.
Thank
You're
you.
102.
So, Felix got to come down too. So, Felix, what are the pieces of inspiration?
This.
Okay.
It's a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
So, first piece of inspiration, a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
Nom 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 nom.
He's so cute.
Nom,
He's so
nom,
cute.
nom,
It's like got carrot on his head. Second piece of inspiration.
nom. Okay.
Those shields in the auction.
They're for display.
You know, pizzazz.
What is that?
They could be auctioned on.
Auctioned upon.
Oh, that's a good one. So
What's a good one?
I just saw.
Auctioned upon?
Well, that also auction. It's like the auction is like set on something. Okay, the two words I saw were soul, S-O-L, like the sun, which is what we need, and cacao. So chocolate and sunshine, and the one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater, right? Sunshine and hot chocolate, or at least one of them.
Whoa, that's weird. Felix picked the sun out of the deck too, so obviously we're in need of something.
Here, what's the
Or we're
Can
in
you
need
find
of
the
not
explanation?
having something.
So here we go. The sun is standing for success, happiness, and warmth.
I have to check.
So, oh, nice.
Do I have any suns
Oh, yeah,
on
you
me?
have the sun. Yeah.
Suns on me.
And if you look on the tarot card, it's
Yeah.
number 19. I have number 19 as well.
Ah.
It's not the
69
sun,
on me.
but it's 19.
It's
Is
That's
it
really
Roman
cool.
numerals? 69.
fun.
I have just one of them.
Mine's 69.
So the first piece of inspiration is the one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Then we got the sun, success, happiness, and warmth.
But we actually don't need the sun.
And
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. It needs to be winter for now.
No, it doesn't.
sun.
Or else something bad is happening.
The card, that's right. So the card means a source of light illuminates that which is hidden and brings success and happiness. The one who is blessed with the warmth of the sun ought to share it with others in need. The ancient Slavs worshipped the sun, and that tradition is recognized today through the Meslentisha festival. Folks welcome in the sunshine as winter draws to an end by baking round treats.
I like round
We
things.
did that yesterday.
Yeah, round cupcakes.
Typical.
Okay.
We baked birthday cakes. Actually, just did. And we didn't think anybody was coming, so we didn't bring them.
Do you want to see a sword?
We
Yeah.
are going to make art for 2 hours, and we were playing with the idea of just chatting with the people at home because a lot of people are logging in from home tonight. So we were thinking maybe we just chat with everyone at home and make art while we're making art. So we might not put on the music
Can you hear us?
because we again didn't know how many people were going to be coming down. So thank you again. We're very surprised and feeling loved from all the people who physically made it out into the space.
Good
today.
job!
So yeah, we're gonna make art, and at 9 o'clock we'll have the live auction. There's 2 people waiting in the backstage area. Okay, I will do that. Okay, bye.
Not bad.
Happy birthday for you. I had
Busy
stuff for
day.
you. I had it
Yeah.
at school and we ran out of.
We're like just so
Alright.
busy. Okay, I'm gonna.
I saw you. I just didn't see you alone actually today.
I know today was so.
Children were.
Oh my
Today.
gosh.
What is it?
We should light it.
Yes!
It is. It smells
yes,
so
It
good.
smells
yes,
like Banff.
Yes! Yes!
Banff.
Dance candle.
Oh, yeah. it does.
Banff candle.
Can I light it?
Yeah, there's a. Well, no, there's a
I have a
later.
different relationship with that. The word.
Banff.
That's not like that.
It does look like it.
But when I hear the word
That's
band,
not a safe thing.
I always think of Nightcrawler changing his location because the sounding would change locations when he was teleporting.
Really? That's how he said it?
It was the sound that it made. It said band.
That's so interesting.
And it
I
smelled
don't know
like,
if that's a
It was probably like, it was probably like, whoa.
Whoa!
Ah,
Aww. Felix, did you get tea?
no.
Where's your? Did you get a tea? Oh yeah, you hold that first.
I can't play. I can't pour blue.
Okay, go. Did you get a tea bag though?
Yes.
That's weird. Can you go get it? Okay, because you need to come bring this up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not broken.
We're not sponsored by this sponsor.
I wanna engrave the blade.
Okay.
But it's also Damascus. You can see the patterns on it.
Yeah.
The handle also.
It's very cool. I don't think it's very practical. But I feel like all of course is gonna come.
Yeah.
So, it's sure.
It's sure.
It's- So yeah, it's trying it from what the nose.
I really think we need one more person. Who could be our next person? Nice to hear from you, Keith. So this is our giant secret is after we shut down the Rumble House next year in 11 and a half months, we're going to go back to doing this, but probably from like a home studio. So it'll be more of an entertainment and educational show. There's 11 people with us. That's so nice. If you 11 people could share and even type, if you wanted to add the note, hey, they've got the sound on tonight, that'd be great. 10 people. Nice. Jess forgot that she's supposed to entertain people and talk to them while the live feed's on. Maybe Felix, do you have a canvas, bud? You need a canvas? You're welcome. You are welcome. You're welcome.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, you are now entering Laughterland.
Laughterland.
Smiling, laughing, chuckling, giggling are permitted by order of the king.
Demanded by the king. You got to hold the shields. You got to feel them in your hand.
Yeah. No, they're real words. Rich can write and read.
Kelly and Theo and Dusty, can you guys hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, Kelly.
Yep.
Kelly. Hold on, I know what I'll do. Turn the
I
sound
can
back
hear
on.
you.
Oh yeah, have you been talking to us?
No, I just started now.
Okay, and then so tonight we're going to keep the sound on instead of playing music because we're hoping that nobody freezes to death on the way down. So if you want to have conversations with us and keep Jess focused on her job, that'd be great.
I'm coming. I said I was going to talk to the thing and then I didn't talk to it.
My name is George.
Everyone got a favorite name.
No, you're
Oh, on your birthday, you served me tea.
I was going to. I have this in my head that I would sit and make work for where's my heart. Dusty, you're so sweet. We got thanks, Leanne.
What did I say?
She said in her defense, it is her birthday. Did you say if I'm supposed to be doing my job?
Yeah, that's fine.
Dusty sent really beautiful pieces. I'm putting in one from the package she sent, and if you want me to put in any others, Dusty. But I also saw the note that you left on that beautiful scarf, and we put it out on our gift gate for people in need. So you are very kind, and
I'm glad you got them.
yeah, that is so nice. That was perfect. And then Mom's sending out your artwork too back to you. So
Ooh, scarf.
yeah,
Cool.
Oh, Dusty.
it's called the Blue Spruce. Feel how soft it is.
Why?
Oh, Sky's here.
We can both.
Thank you, Joanne. We can both.
You can put in a set of tea towels tonight too if you want.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful.
I have so many of Dusty's tea towels. It's not funny.
Oh my gosh.
As gifts, I have so many of Dusty. I know has one. It's not funny. I want
Oh my gosh.
as gifts. I have so many of Dusty. I know has one. It's not funny. I want
Oh my gosh.
as gifts. I have so many of Dusty. I know has one.
Guys, on this, I'm doing.
I want as gifts. I have so many of Dusty. I know has one.
I don't know what's happening. What the heck are? Sorry.
What did you do?
I clicked mute on someone, and I think
Okay.
it helped.
You have been muted.
You want to click mute on yourself.
Okay, can you guys turn the sound off? That's not mute.
Yay.
Hello? Does anybody know if the sound's working?
Sound is
We can
working.
still hear you. Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can't just like guess, my sweet.
I needed your help.
But what if just think? What if that one sound? Okay, was the only thing everybody at home heard, and we just turned the
And we just didn't hear it.
But what if just think? What if the ostrich solved the problem?
That's the story of my life.
Hey, what if they came called out? Let's switch
And we just didn't hear it.
What if the ostrich solved the problem?
That's the story of my life.
Hey, what if they came called out? Let's switch Okay.
That's the story of my life.
Okay, so okay, Theo. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear
Yep,
me now?
I can hear you. Can hear you.
I think that loop went off when I hit Theo's mic. So Theo, if you could check your mic and see if it's doing something strange. Dusty's is working. Kelly, can you come back in so I can see your sound?
I'm here.
Yeah, can we just leave your sound on for a minute and we'll see if that's where the loop problem was?
Sure.
It's like my first night doing this again. Yeah, can we just leave your sound on for a minute and we'll see if that's where the loop problem was?
Sure.
Uh-oh. It's like my first night doing this again. So there's a weird lapse. Leave your sound on for a minute and we'll see if that's where the loop problem was.
Yeah, I'm getting a
It's like my
loop.
first night doing. I don't know what you did to the loop, Theo. Theo's a looper. I wonder if Theo. I wonder if you tried headphones, and the other option is that we could bump you out and have you come back in, because it'd sure be great to have you part of the conversation tonight. Headphones.
Okay, at the
The
moment,
other option
I'm.
is that we could bump you out and have you come back in, because it'd sure be great to have you part of the conversation tonight. It's like deja vu.
Okay, at the moment, I'm.
It's like deja vu. Because it sure be great. Deja vu.
Okay, at the moment,
Is it the Instagram?
It's Theo's. It's Theo's is looping. But I think we should have. I'm gonna. Theo, log out and then come back in.
I was gonna
Log out and then come back in.
and then people could flip through it, but there's too many loose things. I was like, maybe when it's closer to being done, I can. Just stop all over the place. Don't even lose the pieces.
Don't eat the pizza. Don't even eat the pizza.
So these are by Dusty. They are tea towels, and they are called Berry
Whoa.
Basket.
That is really cool.
Aren't they beautiful? They're called Berry Basket, and they're tea towels. Do they open at 40, Dusty? I'm sorry, my brain is a little bit funny.
Usually open at 20.
$20 for the pair, Dusty.
I
You
bid
are
on them
good.
already.
You bid 20 to Kelly. 20 to Kelly. I'm.
Pretty.
They are really pretty.
Pink and blue and purple.
I'm gonna bid 30. Slow down. Did you say that, Sky?
Smackdown.
Oh, Smackdown. I thought you went slow down.
There was a time when we would have told Sky what SmackDown meant around here.
That's just his birthday.
We're not even bidding yet. Don't worry.
Now you know.
It's at 30, but we'll put them back. We'll still put them in at 9. We're not even bidding yet. Don't worry.
Now you know.
What happened?
I muted Theo's mic. I let Theo in and then I muted his mic. I'm sorry, Theo. I love you. I do not love my voice.
That's kind of like when we're tidying up.
Your voice is
Everyone
so
else
pretty
can hear
now.
me, but I don't want to hear.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
This is really important.
I just hit mute on Theo's mic. I didn't hit mute
You
on.
haven't hit mute
No, on
yours
nothing else.
Or the speaker.
No,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah. I wasn't just being silly. I'm sorry. I did put my teeth.
Someone just fall over.
Are you okay?
Is everyone okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
What happened?
I fell off the table. I'm fine.
What table were you on?
A table.
That
Why
one.
were you on the table?
The one to get this one.
Oh, I see. Did you knock something over?
Sam dropped off these beautiful prints. There's a set of 6 of them. The beautiful rainbow colors. There's 6 of the 7
Yep, sounds good.
sacred t-shirt. I was like, not looping again.
That could be a fun game one night. Maybe not tonight.
Hey, Jess.
Yeah.
What do you guys usually get on your pizzas?
Like chicken, pesto. What do you? Oh, whatever. Like,
No.
you're still hungry?
Do you want
You don't-
pizza?
No, I
It's keto.
please. I don't want anything. He's saying he wants pizza. You had a burger and 5 chicken strips. Do you want a whole pizza? Because you don't like pizza with sauce on it, so no one else can eat it if you get something.
Are you actually hungry? She's asking.
No, I'm
She used the wrong tone. She's not saying you can't be.
Yeah, I'm saying you can't. It's not that
She's
you
saying
can't have
don't
it.
eat it just for the sake
It's
of it.
like
I can get you a little one.
8 inch.
that's very sweet, Sky.
You could take it home.
Yeah, you could.
Yes.
That's very
Okay.
sweet.
Rich, would you like pizza?
I will. I'm waiting to see what Jess says.
Please, you are too kind, and you already brought us stuff, and we do not. Please.
I'd love some pizza.
Yes or no?
I'd like some. And I'm
Okay.
I'm
Rich
not
wants
sure yet
pizza.
what my
I'm
strength
bad
is.
with humans. I'm sorry.
What does Rich like on pizza?
Chicken, pesto, spinach,
Pesto instead of regular sauce? Or
Have you ever heard of a bop?
on top of. Oh, he also like.
Beef,
Oh yeah,
onion, pineapple.
beef, onion, pineapple.
It's a bop.
There. It scratch everything I said. See, just ask him. He knows.
yeah, but what kind of red or white onion?
Both. Red.
Red.
Disgusting. Yeah, but Rich doesn't good at ordering his own food.
That's true. That is true. But yeah, you're right. It has to be a pair of us. You're right.
That's why I asked. You.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Do you want pesto
Can you
chicken
help?
on it?
What?
Pesto chicken on it?
Yes.
Findings if the sunrise look like
Yes, actually. Could you,
Yeah.
As I said, Bob, could you actually pick us out a pizza that we can eat, and we can even pay for it? But help them write out the actual pizzas that we want.
Okay, here's the list of toppings. I have beef, onion, pineapple, and pesto chicken.
Okay.
Could you get me this
Yeah.
one?
I'll make you a pizza, Felix.
Can we please pay for this pizza though?
Yes.
With that,
I want 2.
and then you can have some of our pizza.
Insist on it.
It would take the stress out of it for me. because
Yeah, I think that's where my anxiety started.
I dislike onions with a vigorous passion.
Right.
Raw onions, that is. I don't mind caramelized or onion rings, I'm fine with. French onion soup, I'm fine with. Raw onions.
How could you even get raw onions onto a pizza?
I'll come on
Yeah.
after.
There's people messaging. Can I have your
Most
phone?
onions.
What are you
I
messaging? If it's the,
is there
there's a
any
sound booth?
text?
Is it the sound booth?
No. Is there any text there, or is it on my?
No.
I like green onions though. Green onions are good.
Are they telling us to be nice to each other?
No.
We're
That
being
would,
nice
that
to
would be
each other.
my fault. Excuse you.
Goodness.
It's the beef.
We're teasing.
Don't tease the Felix. Don't even tease the Felix.
Not good for your health.
Ouch.
He has swords. And a wakizashi. And a tonto.
Yeah.
What was the ding, please?
Oh, asking about because it's all there's 5 and it's really hard to see.
Who's asking?
They said so. It's just
Say.
well, Leanne was messaging and saying like maybe put you bigger because you're doing a beautiful painting so people can see you. I'm not really doing anything right now. Okay. I'll show some of the work.
Oh, that's such a sweet message. Did you see the message from Joanne?
I know.
Oh, he knows
It's
last
very
week.
sweet. I think that's why I'm like overwhelmed because I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. But you know what happens when you get overwhelmed?
I freak out on everybody.
Right. No, not everywhere.
Just you.
I know,
You
and
do add beauty to this planet. Both my feels.
Okay.
Are you getting fresh with my girl?
Oh, okay. I will show that. I will show that again.
What is it?
Sam's artwork.
Right.
I'm honestly just scrolling up and down. I don't even know what I'm doing. It looks good. I put tomatoes, and I think that's gonna be beautiful.
Hey,
Roger that.
Lucas.
I love you. Okay, here we go again. Let's start this and be slow and calm.
Hey, and then
Yay!
baubles and distractions and all that stuff. And really, like, remember it's your birthday, and that this has to be fun. It's not worth doing.
This is by Sam. So there's a set of 6, and they're going to be starting as $10 each. So a set, $60 will be for the set. Red, orange. So this is a different set. So last week Sam brought in prints from Truth and Freedom, I believe. But this one is a little different set. We have the beautiful rainbow colors. Yeah.
I meant a drawing.
Yes, your drawing is on
Is it
screen.
permanently my drawing?
Sorry, the desks on the floor with the.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take off the 7 p.m. thing.
That's fine.
There. Now, yes, it's primarily your drawing. It's perfect.
And then flat edge.
You know what I decided
and then
I'm
you
gonna
go
do?
to the middle, and then
What?
all- And then you try to hit
I'm gonna get a new pair of long distance
the
running
under
shoes.
the knees usually.
is
and then the last
The
is the
turtle.
left.
I really like how he plays with the positive and negative space. And
I
then
like
is this
some,
the?
like, problems.
Oh, that's the wolf. Oh, the beaver. Oh, I love this.
And it stopped running for a while. And today I was like, that thing I'm really comfortable with right now. is the running.
Which one is it?
With my feet, like we do.
And the wolf.
I like running when I'm not doing well. I do run a lot. So
Yeah.
It helps.
Oh, wow. When did this get here? Oh, this is so great.
So there's an app for that where it's like a zombie story,
Yeah.
and the game tells you when to run.
And then
And so
sometimes.
while you're listening to the game, it'll be like, everything's fine, drive along, and all of a sudden, zombies! And then you have to outrun the zombies, and then because of the motion detector, it can tell how fast you're going.
Extra cheese?
No,
Normal cheese.
and this.
No.
Yeah. Why we could
So beautiful. It's by Alvin. This lovely piece behind us, I'm gonna bring it closer so you can see it. Rich, do you want to talk about this lovely painting you did?
Tank Man.
I know, but do you want to talk about it?
It's Tank Man from the other side.
Tank Man from the other side. So on the big epic photo of the tanks rolling into Tiananmen Square, there was a man that stood in front of all of the tanks. He just had his
Swinging his groceries.
had his grocery bags. So the idea of that anybody can make a difference. Anybody can take a stand. Hi, nice to see you.
Sorry, hi.
Yeah, it's by Rich Teru. I like that Rich Teru.
It's fine. Flat, you can't see paint strokes flat.
It's very black.
It's like absorbs 99% of light. Doesn't actually
Anish
do
Kapoor. Yeah,
It's pretty crazy.
and Anish Kapoor doesn't want anyone to have access to it.
Why?
Because, I don't know.
I
But
know.
then
It's
someone
his
made,
edge.
someone made the world's pinkest pink. I can't
It's
remember
the
who it
same
was.
In response, or
And-
was
Yeah,
it?
and
and
I saw it says,
You have to sign a thing. It says you are
You're
not
not
Anish
Anish
Kapoor.
Kapoor. And I
You
said,
are not
"Who is that?"
representing Anish Kapoor. You are not buying this for Anish Kapoor to the best of your abilities. This will not end up in Anish Kapoor's hands. And that's the same with every paint that he releases.
Okay, well then, that's hilarious, because I saw the same website, and I asked Luca, who is this man that they're talking about? We had to like Google him and look up, anyway, who he was, because I didn't know why he.
I'm really
wasn't
torn
allowed to
because
have
I
the paint.
love his sculptures, and so it's like I don't like the idea of that elitism that he was doing with the black, but I really love his sculptures. So I have to like rethink everything.
Wait,
all
no,
the
you
time.
can like his sculptures. You can like or dislike him. You can dislike that one art moment.
Mhm. This is why, and
It's also ridiculously
Like I love,
difficult to make that paint.
Yeah.
That black paint. It's so hard to make. and
I
it's
love
expensive.
Nelson Mandela, but you know what? He was in jail for 27 years, and when he got out of jail, he divorced his wife. Part
You're
of me
right.
thinks maybe he should have divorced her while he was in jail. you know?
Right, people are complex.
Muhammad Ali is one of my greatest heroes and mentors, but he was not a very good family guy. So like,
There's more sides to it.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not just
and I'm
one.
saying,
I
like,
like this.
at the same time, I think Bill Cosby's never going to be funny again. So there's times where you inherently don't like something because of one of those
Yeah, those moments.
crossovers, but you don't have to make yourself not like something.
Right, that's true.
Right? It's totally fair if like it's not fun to play Lego anymore, but you don't have to choose to hate Lego because somebody else hates Lego.
Right. That is a good point, Rich. I appreciate it. This is by Derek.
Hey.
Very cool piece by Derek. We will. This one we bought in an auction, but we would love to send it. So Derek's been already
That's
paid for
only
this
half the
one,
truth. The other half is it's so cold we don't have enough art tonight.
but
So
we'd like to send the second half again to Derek if this one goes again in the auction. So very cool. Kelly made Kelly's version of Rich Teru Bear. He comes with a removable tripod that you can put your high-tech stuff on. I wasn't talking to you, Watch.
What if the sauce is poisonous?
Then I've lived my life.
And then Kelly did this very sweet sign. Whenever you come into Rumble, I don't know if it's backwards or
like
if you're
David
looking.
Triffitt's, that one kid that
Welcome
didn't eat the
home.
sauce.
What took you so long?
So the sign goes with the rich bear.
Yeah.
What's the sauce is
read that?
poisonous, but the mushroom is the antidote.
And I'll eat it.
I like his beard actually. It does look like a little bit.
I used
So
to be
cute.
scared.
She made sure to give him a
My
white
face is
mustache.
poisonous, just so you know.
I figured. But,
I like the vest.
why was I afraid of? I don't know. Like, I
Says
just
the rich bear.
the idea
It's a
of
handy
being
tripod and paintbrush. School teacher by day, artist by night, a real superhero.
I have a question. Does anybody know or think or have any evidence that we're on? I have a question. No, I'm asking somebody from there.
Oh.
Is there somebody out there? Let me point to the camera. Is there somebody in this camera that's watching through Instagram? Okay? What just happened?
I just had to mute. Sorry, I had to mute Theo's thing. I'm so sorry. Is it just the sound?
How does Theo keep getting back in?
Well, Theo's in,
Okay.
but the sound keeps turning off.
And then
You're on Facebook. You're
Yay!
live on Facebook.
That's good. That's something.
Facebook. We are live on Facebook. Anybody who has something against Facebook is
Face. And a book.
And a book.
Separately.
Yeah, I know.
if you don't like Facebook, combination,
Okay.
you're combined in between a face and a book. Well, you probably would like Facebook. Why is Facebook?
We're live on Instagram.
Was gonna be called the Facebook.
Wonderful.
Oh right. Yeah.
And YouTube. Thank you. Just because Instagram is new and I.
Because it was a online.
All
Like the
right.
Faces.
Most excellent. Thanks, everybody.
School thing.
It's like a yearbook, right?
Yeah,
it was
a year.
from Harvard University.
Harvard.
That's right.
Yes. Peace by Brenda.
I went to
Yes.
only
I'm
university
curious about this.
because my old.
Do you want to hold
from
one?
Boston,
Can you pass them the?
Sure, why not?
so I could see the.
It works best if you actually tighten it up around your arm on the. So that is a
I needed
full-on
a
tactical shield.
I have questions about this. Is this real? Like they mean something?
They're I got them from Tolkien.
for your.
So J.R.R. Tolkien had runes integrated into The Hobbit and into Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
And I was curious if it actually said something when I was reading The Hobbit, because the runes were on the cover of the book. And I spent a good 2 hours deciphering the runes, which was kind of like, I'll tell you the secret. This says the, but also this says the TH is this shape. So like, there was a span of time I spent trying to figure out like,
What they mean?
if that's if I believe this is a T, then what is this, right? And so that messed me up quite a bit. And then actually in the middle of the book, there's some clues on how you can read the runes if you're interested in the runes that were on the book. So I learned to read the runes by I just wanted to see what was in the runes in the writing, and in the process of deciphering what was written, I had accidentally taught myself to read and write in the runes.
So now you can make your own sentence.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice because I don't spell well. So when I'm in a staff meeting and I'm taking notes, I can write notes down and nobody knows what I'm saying.
Nobody knows what you're saying.
Yeah. I can write anything.
A while
you
ago,
know.
I was probably, I don't know, around 40.
Dad,
I will
can
make my
I-
own way of writing
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
using
What, sweetheart?
digits from 1 to 9, and there will be some letter, but there will be only 9 letters out of the rest of them.
Yeah.
But it will be my own way.
Did you decide?
Yeah. Isn't that
Thank you very much.
You're so
You don't have to help.
I'll
I was just saying I can't.
You can't or you won't?
My class.
I know I can't. I have a lot of pieces to put in before this maybe starts to make sense. Right now it doesn't make sense. I've got to do quite a bit
So
to make it
this is by Brenda.
an
Opening
inhabitable
at
space.
40.
Felix, my advice to you is try the cute face, see if that works with Sky. I don't know if it will.
I will catch that moment.
This is by Theo, a lovely little, beautifully framed piece, opening at $50.
Yeah, so I ordered 10 fully functional tactful shields. And I can't really say why, I just did.
Because.
Yeah, I did just because. That's exactly it.
I think it's cool to do art on like circles. This?
No.
Another one?
Yellow
This?
thing.
Yep, there you go. Thank you, sir.
I think I hear some weird feedback again. Is that my
Hello?
imagination?
I'm not.
Might have just been us.
Hey, you did the same
Let
thing
me
with
go out
Jesse.
of here.
Trying to burn off your
Oh,
hair.
no.
So,
My
Awesome.
little son on
Just
the
one
bicycle.
It won't bubble because it's not metallic.
I just
It won't bubble.
the sheep.
I'm intimidated by really big things, I guess. I don't know. I like small.
I haven't seen it in one too. It's just so like sharing like completely has left.
I like small things, yeah. I like small. I don't know. Cute, I guess. Cutesy, small things.
How many points I see that he like that's the thing.
He's like the sun.
I find it
7:44. I was, and then I thought I could do some artwork, but I don't know. I know I'm not talking about it. Well, also the things I was going to talk about the pieces that are up right now.
Your pieces?
Yeah, I was going to talk about
You
because
could even take
I have
the camera over on a field trip.
I have
If you log
26.
in with your phone, you could go over
It's air
and show your
dry.
pieces like a little documentary.
I remember I tried that once, and something went horribly wrong.
What did you say?
I tried it once.
And then give up.
It was something bad about the sound or
Does that
something.
stop purple?
Well, we turn all the sound off
And I
here
wanted to do purple
once you open your phone.
Okay.
because George
I'm not
wanted
saying you have to
purple
do
eyes.
that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a thing that could happen.
Who's George?
So is he like a character in some kind of cartoon or something?
It's a song.
It's inspired by some kind of cartoon.
It's a song.
Or it's just
Oh, you're purple Peter.
You just George?
That's in a cartoon for what is it? The Daffy Duck or something when they're squishing.
Okay, I think that
I'm gonna let him in and squeeze him.
Of Mice and Men?
I got some of my.
Well, that one too, but it's like
it's
a
okay.
you know the abominable snowman when he
Yeah,
picks
it's
up
based
the,
on Mice and Men.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna love him and squeeze him and call him
No.
George.
I kill those goddamn rabbits.
George.
I kill them if they touch
my
those
gosh.
goddamn cats if they touch my rabbits, George.
Missy was in that though at one of the theaters downtown right before she moved to Vancouver.
Yeah.
And if spoiler alert, she was the girl who died, but George didn't do it on purpose, right? Or whatever. He didn't do it. Lenny didn't do it on purpose. But you could like hear a pin drop because it was so realistic. They were kind of fighting, right?
Yeah.
And then he broke her neck.
Oh.
And then you're like, it was
Just
my sister,
stunned.
and I like,
yeah.
I knew it was coming because I've read it like I don't
Yeah.
know how many times, and
Yeah.
then to see it though, and it was my sister,
It's still
and then
so-
you're just, I mean, like totally gasped and like burst into tears, and I'm like,
That's
I don't want Missy to die.
That's
That was
the
first
power
all, so it
of
was like how
theater.
good they did it. It was
I remember watching Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes in the modern version of
Romeo.
Romeo and Juliet. And for some reason, I was convinced in that version they were going to get away.
like
Oh,
maybe
that's
this
true.
I
time.
actually
Maybe this time.
really had the sense that like
Aw.
somebody would take some poetic license and let the darn kids live.
Just let the kids.
The
Just-
14
Just this one time.
and 16. When you was a bit older. Oh, I know. And then I felt the same when they opened their eyes. When she opened her eyes, I'm like, no!
I'm
And
just
I'm like yelling at
screaming at the television. Poor Rich boys. You can't change the video. They can't hear you.
Oh, my kids hate it.
I know.
Because I'm like, oh, I know that guy. Where do I know him from? Oh, wasn't he in that movie? Oh, that's that guy's voice. And they're like, they just make fun of me all the time. Okay, Mom.
What drives me nuts is how stars always come out in pairs of 2 or 3. So there'll be like 3. You know, in the Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield and that one guy that's in everything played the Rhino.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
The second one, yeah.
Andrew Garfield. And it was like kind of more like a Russian robot
Yep.
Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
That actor, I don't know his name, but it's Paul something, I think. But there's like 4 other Pauls with the same beard and always plays the same character. And I'm kind of blown away, like how like there'll always be that sort of like one kind of look, and then it'll reoccur
over.
Yeah.
They're probably just trying to be like, or maybe they're from an acting family.
No, I think it's like actually, you know who explained it really well was Eugene Stickland that said like there's a point where like everybody's like, who's Rich Taylor? And then all of a sudden somebody goes, get me Rich Taylor. And then they go, okay, now get me a Rich Taylor type.
Lookalike, yeah.
And then they're like, okay, who's Rich Taylor? And it's a cycle that you got to get used to. That they go from, who are you? We need you. We need your type. Who are you? In that loop.
Well, recently, I don't know if you follow fashion, but I think it was Prada had all the villains walk their runway for their looks, the men.
Yeah,
So it was like Tim Roth and Adrian Brody and all these guys who play villains in the movies were walking their runway at the end for their villains.
Cool.
It was pretty cool.
Was it now? Do you find that there's a lot of kind of AI fakes?
No, I'll show you it. It was
No,
really
but have you seen a lot of those AI fakes where you're like watching a runway and then you realize this isn't real? Has that happened at all?
Yes, and I hate it sometimes.
Yeah, that's weird.
Only because I'll be like, oh, I love that dress. I would very much wear it.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
And then I go to look where I can purchase something or like where can I get a pattern or
Yeah.
whatever, and then it's not real.
Yeah.
I'm like so disappointed.
Yeah, like the first time I saw something like that, I think it was the Wes Anderson Star Wars. And I was like, that is going to be this is real.
Coolest.
Not real.
There. Oh, sorry.
You do use it.
I'm drawing.
How much time is it?
750.
How many peoples we got?
Oh, we got 6. Oh, here we got.
You drew a very good bicycle.
I had to use a picture reference of how to draw bicycle.
Doesn't matter, you were able to draw a
We see
bicycle.
the final. We can see
Very
the
nice.
you know.
Thank you so
It's the
much.
sun riding a bicycle with a cloud in his back.
Lena
in his
said
backpack.
That she couldn't come,
In the window.
Linez. But happy birthday and all the best to us.
I'll put yellow.
I'm doing the hardest
The
backwards.
stringy, the lines, the sun lines,
There's one thing.
the rays.
Raise. Thank you. Words.
Words
The
are
best
hard.
statement.
Words are so hard.
Words hurt. My mind right now. All day I couldn't think of the words.
So you guys have
Oh,
the
After
mini
work,
dose
we were
from
trying
the
to-
Big Bang
Well, we were
Theory.
killing time because I got
Yeah,
up
you can have
at
those.
3, and we were sitting in the gardens, and I was like almost asleep.
I had to go home. I said the same thing.
If I go home, I don't.
Nah.
It's before her. So that was the earlier
Or food.
seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Nap it.
Do you watch
Okay.
Big Bang
Well, we
Theory?
got food
Yeah, I
first,
watched all of
and
it.
then
Can you
it
take
was-
those bobbleheads with you?
and then we had-
Hey, it's a Galen.
Take them all. We need a home for them.
I was
Okay.
like,
I will say thank you.
I had to run home to see my cat. And then I thought my son was coming.
Hi, Galen. How are you?
But, oh my God.
Frozen.
Yeah, if I
Can I tell you?
like an hour bus ride,
I
it's like
brought all of these and couldn't.
yeah, to get
I realized I grabbed the box with like a gajillion nib ends, so I'm like, you have a lot of things, and your feather, like here.
Yeah.
A bunch of things.
6. I forgot about it.
Oh.
I forgot about it, then I remembered, and then I forgot.
It's like plus 15.
Well, at least
It's
one of us.
up
the
by
pattern.
you know where the Ramada Hotel is? It's up there.
But I come by.
That's so nice.
I have to go get my sword again.
I'm not gonna go all the way.
Because I worked with just way in the Northwest. Then I live closer to here. Then I go home. Or so that's why I was. Oh man, today though I was like, nap or food? Nap it is. Nap it
To like make choices.
I almost fell asleep in the Devonian Gardens
I love
today.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Well, I get off work and I was like, okay, we gotta kill some time before Rumble. And you just sitting there and just like,
And it's just
With the
so
goldfish.
calming and like,
oh yeah, someone was playing the piano.
You
oh.
wake up, somebody's sniffing you.
We were, it was just
If I knew,
It's a long
if
day.
I got like drunk, if I knew I was
Yeah, wake her up.
I got card stuff to do.
Oh, I know.
The drum, I got it. Oh, are you taking?
So what happened with the, how did you
Yeah,
get the right
I
to
connected someone
Plain.
Oh, how much did it cost?
50.
Really? That's
Wow, that's amazing.
And they had this.
There was a few problems, but
What was the problem? I didn't fit in the box.
yeah,
So
that's one
I got
problem.
it, and now they got it.
Amazing, I learned.
Then we taped it all up,
That's so
sealed it
cool.
all up.
I
Nice and good.
really hope you learn.
So?
Oh,
Oh,
I think it's interesting.
nice.
How to do it.
Uh,
It sounds cool. This is.
It's integral to Damascus.
I got like.
All the metal is one piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time I made it.
What do you teach? Me? I teach what's called foods and functions. So I teach kids how to sew and cook. I taught
surprised
English
how
and
great it
art
is.
for
Yeah.
a very, 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 very long time. Then decided that
I was surprised
I did
at
not
how heavy it was
learn
Yeah,
English anymore. So I changed.
because I wasn't expecting it to be.
I was actually expecting it to weigh quite a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Did you try it with the shield? Oh, you did it during figure drawing.
That's funny. But did you try it with the shield?
Yes.
I've been watching
It
The
sounds
Witcher.
good.
I don't know why, but the scary parts I can't really watch. But I like the whole like
That's nice.
elven stuff. and
It's like, yeah, like
everything.
magic.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
he like fights.
Which
um,
is
that?
Well, there's witches in it, but he's a witcher.
Holy
He
moly.
fights like the monsters, right? Like the
Is he a witch?
no,
He kills witches.
Yeah.
no. He's a witcher.
What does that mean?
They
Dark Age
are
creations.
bred to kill.
They're not
bad.
bred. They're mutated.
Well, they're mutated. Thank you.
to kill monsters.
Monsters.
Mutated from what?
Something with
different,
blood,
um,
elven blood and elder blood.
No, different like mutagens.
Are
that
they mutated
created.
or mutated?
A lot
I
of
said it.
Because
a lot
if
of
they're
them they're
mutated,
mutated
then
as
that would
children.
be utterly
Yeah.
gross.
So they're humans that are turned into.
Yeah, well they're still human looking, but they have cat eyes.
Felix
And they're
just did a
yellow.
good
Does
pun.
Henry Cavill have cat eyes?
Yes, he's quite handsome with his white hair.
He
and
is
that.
so hot.
Like,
Guys,
I'm okay
beware.
with him having.
I could beat everybody up here with my bare hands,
what is this for?
but not
I was
with
just-
my human
What show?
tools.
Witcher, the Witcher. I just started watching it on the weekend.
Just one line is all night.
There's also the game.
Is that good?
The game is phenomenal.
I don't know what I was watching before. so
We just
maybe
watched a
so.
little bit of the Percy Jackson. Make sure to be
I
okay for
watched that
fluids.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Felix is gonna be so much fun to
Felix
watch.
is so good.
Yeah.
Because I like this Percy. He's kind of like young and
Yeah, it's nice stuff. Yeah.
Kind of worrisome
what is?
I want
when you're looking this way and then you just hear. a-
You gotta sharpen it. My electrical it doesn't like my electrical sharpener, that's why there's the scuffs along the edge. So I gotta
Need a round, like they use for axes,
oh yeah.
around
Whetstone.
whetstone.
Guys,
Oh, round boat.
Anyhow, I did get it there.
And most of the children that are there put the
And was he
trials don't serve
white police by the end?
Yeah, he said
And
it's,
there's never been
Is it
a
ribbon?
female.
Did he write it? Did he write it here at all?
No,
No, she never did. She
I
does
taught
have
my
a
kids
silver sword,
patience,
though.
and it's really weird. They're way more patient than I am.
Right,
At Christmas
in a
time,
different language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
at Christmas time, I would have ripped my presents open and would
And
have
she
broken
does
most
all
of
the
them.
witcher
I have
stuff,
to
but she
admit.
doesn't have limitations, so she can't heal. She doesn't have
But
the. She doesn't have access
Both
to the
cycles.
potions, but she can use the oils and stuff.
Did I tell you the
Yes.
Her
fixing
father
story?
is no, her
And
father's
then,
not a witcher.
So then when we got to the airport, they sent this.
Cursed hedgehog.
It's kind of funny.
He's
He was
a
4 kilograms
leader
over on
in
his
one of the
luggage,
armies.
not his like oversized
No,
his
her
luggage. So he
father's
had
a
to empty
king,
out some stuff.
actually.
So he's pulling out hatchets
And
and
he sent her to
and
the
like
witchers to
machetes,
get
all this stuff out of his locker, out of his luggage in the airport.
I have no sympathy for that. That's the kind of, you know what, he should have learned his lesson with his tackle box in junior high.
you have
No,
to
that
kill
was
a
his
mountain
not his
troll.
carry-on. That wasn't his carry-on.
You have to sneak.
You don't bring that
past-
shit
no,
on
you
an
don't have to
airplane.
kill a mountain troll,
You
have to
do
sneak
if you
past
use
the
it.
mountain
He uses
troll.
it all the time. He always uses it.
I don't think, I think you need to ship those separately and you have to like, you have to tell people that those things are on the plane. Those are like,
You don't.
You should find a really
No, it's totally legal to put that stuff in your luggage.
like
okay,
stuff
then was
that
it
would
a
be
funny story you had
impossible
it out
for
at the
anyone to
airport?
do.
Yeah.
You're mute.
Okay.
They didn't care.
You're allowed to. And
They didn't
Geralt's
care.
got white hair
Um,
because he he
But
under a different.
it was just
So
kind of
you
funny.
get mutated.
I get the full
first?
cavity search
Yeah.
with everything. So like, when people get away with shit, it's fine. I'm happy for them, but it's like, I never ever,
Don't take it on your carry-on.
I never
In the
take
States, that was
risks.
weird because they had all of the
And
things like,
I'm the
"Please
guy that pays for
let
all
us
those
know when you
risks.
have your handguns in your carry-on."
Well,
It's
you
like,
have, yeah, because you
And witches are not
people
trusted.
take handguns.
I know there was someone on our flight.
The guy took the, he's like, oh, just let you know my gun's in here. It's like, and he was quite proud of himself. He wasn't shy in any way. He's like,
That actually sounds
Go ahead
a
and
lot
take
like
it.
Rangers.
Anyway, I've been.
Anyhow, after we did that,
but I get the rough touching every time I went, oh, what was this?
you look suspicious.
That's why he said, "I wish I wasn't so sketchy."
I
That's
wish
why I
was
was like freaking out when I had to do
sketchy.
my
wish I
stupid
was
police
sketchy.
report.
I think it's because you get tense because you're thinking all that stuff, and then they notice you're tense.
They're like,
and then
"He's
it's like,
very
hold on a
stressed
second.
right now."
He looks kind of tense.
Well,
What's he
that's
tense about?
absolutely true, but it also comes with a lifetime of abuse.
Oh, I get that. So it's like my younger brother. All he has to do is pull in the town and he gets pulled over. He just looks over at the cop and they got his guns out.
But does he think it's as funny as you
It's
do?
based on the book, and the show is based
Well,
on the game.
No, I don't think it's funny when I'm with him because it's happened to me a couple of times. I'm like, what the hell?
So how different
He'll
is
call the cops and then they'll try to arrest him.
The movie, it's not as scary and it's more fun. It's more playful.
What's more fun?
The TV show is more playful
Then
than the one we turned off after 25 seconds.
Nope. In the, do you remember in the museum scene?
Oh, at the
Yeah.
Percy Jackson movie.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jackson movie.
Jess and I had one of those nope movies the other day when Sherlock Gainsbourg knocked William Dafoe out with a log in private and then started to screw his leg to the cabin. And we're just like, nope, I don't think we're going to watch this. And I always tell Felix, like, you got to watch it to the end to see it resolve. I'm like, no, I'm going to read
Maybe I don't need to watch it to the end.
I'm going to read the
Synopsis.
spoilers and see if this gets better or worse. I'm like, no, we're not watching this.
Yeah,
show is that?
Percy Jackson movie. Is
What show was that called? Jess?
Antichrist.
Oh.
Who could have seen that coming?
The books are good.
I didn't mind it because it was good just as an end thing for school.
Yeah.
When we did the Odyssey.
I
Well, we
read the
learned something
books
since you ever have to
before the
transport.
movies came out. I
Don't
was
take
like,
the box.
oh.
Yeah, because then you had to open
That's
the
always
box.
the way.
Well, it was funny because the
Hi, how
guy
are
the security
you?
guy was short with us. Like, go over there.
Hang on, I have
I'm
to
like,
move my sword.
okay, what do you do wrong, right? And then he's like, okay, we gotta open
People
this.
appear.
And you have to take everything out.
Right.
Everything, yeah.
Right.
We have to pull the whole damn thing out. Because apparently they have to put the needle through X-ray, even though, I don't know. I guess they don't have an X-ray machine big enough for the box, so they had to take out the parts and put it through the X-ray as much as they could. And then I'm like, okay, I guess they look to see if you're gonna react and freak out on them and think things like that. But So it was look on Kai's face.
How
And then
much time did it take?
it took us about 15 minutes.
Happy New Year! Happy
Because
New
we
Year!
had to repack it.
But otherwise, like, the guy that didn't put him in condition.
I said to the guy, like, okay, you know, like we went on the internet, we looked, we phoned, nobody mentioned this. And he says, yeah, they never mentioned it. And he said, you should be here in the summertime when they have like a bike race. 30 guys come up with their bikes and box. And you gotta search every one of them.
So
And
was he
none
like
of them
a
have been
jerk at
told.
first?
He was a jerk at first, but I kind of moved him around. I said, like, what's like, I said, if we had known, we wouldn't have taped it all up. Like, yeah. No.
I just wanted to hear the shape.
So he was mad because
Okay, wait.
Just as sick of it.
like he's sick of the fact that they don't tell anybody. I said, we phone and everything. He's like, yeah, they don't tell
That's
anybody.
amazing. Why?
Because
I mean, not why. Just like how, I guess. Yeah.
He was fine with it after.
Sword store and bought a sword.
There's just swords.
Marlo.
Dark Age creations. It's all swords.
Marlo.
There's also cutting edge.
Marlo.
Sorry.
We have a question about a painting that you might have bought and left here.
Oh,
Oh, if you want it, so
I don't
I'll.
remember.
No, that's okay. No, and I was just gonna.
No,
Thank
I
you.
like your hair.
Thank you. It's nice to see
Oh,
you.
good talking to you.
It doesn't need to be. Are you hanging out for a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I will, because it'll be easier if I grab it and just show you, and then if you want to,
Or
you
we
can
could
keep it or
mention
whatever.
why we were nervous about why you might not want to. Do you have any baggage attached to who made what?
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
It's David's piece, so we didn't want to trigger you.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, if you wanted it, I think it's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Jess was
not my
concerned-
karma to deal with. This is. It's probably a nice painting.
Yeah, it is. It's the bamboo one.
The
So
bamboo
if
trees?
you wanted to take it with you.
Oh, wait, no, I brought it back to you.
Oh,
Oh, that's why it's here.
Yeah. Resell that. Get more money out
You
of it.
are amazing. And then thank you for having that conversation. That's because I was like,
So he timed
my
it
brain is
too.
like on
Yeah, I was
short-term
confused.
memory. Yeah.
I also don't have a thing, so.
well,
I've
it's
stopped
hard to
making
speak in code
tags.
sometimes if nobody knows the code you're speaking.
Yeah, I'm too autistic for that. Like, too much code for all of us.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. The code thing doesn't work.
Easier just to say it. Yeah.
Like Vanessa's dog, we have to like say like we have to spell
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Because
No, you
otherwise
have
it's
to-
a big problem.
What are
You
the
forget it.
axles?
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you spelling a
For
lot?
the-
Like an idiot.
Yeah. I have another
That's
tip for you.
It's
So they
good.
arrived
It's
just
good.
after he did.
Yeah.
He put his bike together. Put
Ridiculous.
his finger on their waist, everything.
Oh, you are awesome.
My
I have
book.
a tip for you.
Yeah, I thought
Those
I don't know.
corners have an
I was gonna take
exercise,
something down off the wall and keep working because I like put a bunch of stuff. It's like not really finished up because I wanted to put something up. Like I just want,
exercise,
but then
and so
like,
that, those
I'll
are
just work on
tries
this,
for him
and I've
playing.
been yeah.
When he takes his bike in for his first service,
It's nice to see you.
they might say that he
Thank you.
needs to replace
I do like
the
it.
sprocket.
So we haven't seen each other in a while. Your hair got so long.
I know, and I cut my
realized it was-
bangs,
yeah,
and
it
it's
was
like,
cute.
thank you. Honestly, time is going so fast.
A year.
One year, and then we're not
'Cause it's,
re-signing the lease, so it's like
Yeah, but the
it's
point
just
is,
like
it's a
not
special
reasonable
gift.
in this economy to be,
And
you know what I
this
mean?
economy.
In this economy, how can we even think of it?
Yeah, for real.
But we'll still be
And
doing
that's
stuff,
no
so.
one's fault. It just is.
So yeah.
Exactly, and it's kind of a nice way for that to end. Actually, is like not in a negative way. Like to have a nice time of like we have time to say goodbye. We have time to find like everything homes and like
At some point,
it's not
you
gonna be
gotta
like a
choose
rush
the
and like
first
pain about it. I feel like there'll still be
And
pain,
so-
but like it won't be.
What you wanna do is
It won't
have
be the
the
same.
right sprocket. You
Right.
can't run it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Everything's okay.
And I also think that
So
maybe
when's
sometimes
the
the guys at the
lesson?
bike
Just
stores
end of
don't
December.
know.
So
Okay.
so it's like we have the year.
Okay.
So we'll
I
probably-
wasn't sure because I hadn't been here so long. I was like, are we walking into nothing tonight?
No.
I knew I wasn't.
No, but I know it's so true. So we're I think we'll go to like I think it goes to 600 and then we'll have a few at the end because then we can just be cleaning out kind of, right?
Yeah, can we end on like a good number?
Right?
We
I
can't
think
end
so.
on, like, 6 or
Because
2.
Rich is like 6, like I wanted to have
We're gonna end on
6.
600, which will be 2 weeks early,
And-
or we have room to get 6 weeks.
I think it, yeah. I mean, not for anything.
Right.
Please, for your
Well, we got through COVID, but still, it's like there could be a time where we're like, we can't rumble tonight because one of us has COVID,
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
so
Appreciate that.
We
There
have
should be-
2 wiggle room weeks,
2 weeks of wiggle room.
but we could also just use the last 2 weeks to do like clean out and say farewells.
You need help cleaning, let me know.
Farewell to
Thank
one,
you.
farewell to all.
You guys have to like repaint the walls and stuff.
We have lots of paint.
we
They
haven't. We have.
Several times.
We got lots of paint. Yeah, we got lots of paint.
I know there's been so many times I come in, it's a different color.
Color, like-
Okay,
Here we
If
are.
there's any problem with the painting.
that's good,
Yeah, it depends if they're going to be keeping the building or not.
right? Yeah, I
It
guess.
actually often doesn't. You often have to pay for the paint.
Either
even
way?
even if they're demolishing the building.
So you love capitalism.
Honestly,
So
Am I on
good.
screen?
Late stage capitalism.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
you know what? You should change it so people can see
Yeah.
big. Here, I'm
I
gonna
made a rip in
so
the
people
universe.
can see you big.
I see that. That's really good. I should change it. What?
I did it so people can see your thing bigger.
I got these blue, but I'm gonna use them.
Thanks, Simone.
They're like,
Okay.
they're like point, no, what is that?
You okay?
I have some point
Am I? Yeah.
lives in my figure drawing.
I'm super good.
Oh, I love that.
In February, on the date of
Only Jessica's used.
what was that date I gave you again?
9th and
Oh,
10th.
really?
February 9th and 10th. The my friend at school who's kind of taking over the wrestling program. He really loves it.
Oh, great.
So I help him out, but like he's super eager to go to all
So the
tournaments.
son's riding bicycle.
And it turns out that my man
I would get that
wants to have a hockey tournament.
I haven't
3 on
put
3.
the sun
Yeah, I
rays
know.
and
Yeah.
stuff,
Me
but
and the other help out coach.
no.
Both hockey tournaments. So he asked if I would go and take my high school kids to a tournament
Look at the little
at
heart.
Churchill in February.
Some love today.
So if you ever feel like going to do a high school tournament with me. I sort of haven't really been to a tournament. No, wrestling.
No, I think you actually.
The other 2 coaches are going to.
Oh, they want to go, so
It's like a
they want
mushroom.
to take them. Okay.
I'm taking some kids to
Silver.
Isn't that, when's the teacher convention?
15.
Oh, okay.
the week before.
Don't know. She doesn't like that they grow in group.
Well,
That is-
feel
I mean,
free
there's
to-
that, and then
just
also
ask,
the weird
just
texture.
remind me.
It's the texture, I think.
Yeah,
I'm free.
like if you feel like going.
They're like kind of
Oh,
like,
your
they're
school
like
doesn't do wrestling anymore.
yeah, I know. Did you say
I'm not doing
rubbery-ish?
it.
Yeah.
Which I don't really like.
That's kind of where
Which is,
I'm
I
at.
think why I don't
I
like
sort of like.
lobster. Like everybody was like, oh,
Yeah.
lobster.
I really kind of lost interest in wrestling
Look, I don't know.
Are they even real?
as a
Are they
Do
coach.
we even know? if
Like real
Lobsters or
When
Well, people were like,
the
oh, you have-
clubs
if you
were
live in Boston,
avoiding
you have
shutting
to
down for
lobsters,
COVID,
because that's where
that
the
really
tribes
like
live.
confused
They're
my
so
understanding of the
weirdly
sport.
squishy that I didn't end up liking them.
But if
They have the same texture as like mushroom. Like
I am
kinda
not
seed-
if
eating
you're
a
gonna keep
lobster. I
working
have seen the
through
lobsters
a
at the
pandemic,
store
it's
and had
expensive
them.
for everybody else because you want your kids to have an advantage.
And with the crabs.
Something
It's just something super
They
cool.
scream.
You don't. You're supposed to.
And when it started,
They all
Pain,
scream when
and
they're
they
being
can't go into
boiled.
shock.
I coached at a school where like none of the kids were club wrestlers,
We do.
and I'd been a club. Well, I wasn't really a club wrestler.
Why don't you not?
That's why you kill them with honor. Give them a sword.
Um,
You have a sword.
You fight to the death.
You bow.
I used to
And
go to
then
the
fight to
wrestling
the
club
death.
during the
Yeah,
wrestling
they have
season,
to-
so I knew
Right.
enough
Exactly.
that
Yum,
I wasn't
yum,
worried
yum.
about my wrestling with wrestlers
They'll
wrestling club
pinch you.
wrestlers. But all the other coaches were complaining about how club wrestling was ruining wrestling because the high school kids couldn't compete in a fair way
An inch of what?
against
To
the
grow an
club
inch?
wrestlers.
They sound like it. You know when we.
And I would just, you know, how
like we're
just train them better, you know. That was kind of a cold-hearted
I need her.
attitude I
My
had. Where it's
grandpa would
like, you know,
pinch us.
and the guy's like, well, and
Like,
they go
so
like
we still
an extra 4 months, and I was like, well, why don't you just keep your team going as a club? And because back then, I guess I was looking at I liked wrestling as also exercise, right?
Mhm.
So I remember you and I tried to get coaching at
Now.
Bishop Carroll after our own season because we didn't want to get in.
And what is the
And
language?
then you get a little older and you miss your family and stuff. So it's like I love wrestling, but
Morse code.
Is Romanian, well, it's a romance language, though, so
Latin based.
Latin.
Latin.
Yeah, I remember this guy saying, like,
influences.
I go,
Yeah.
you know, my first year
Like,
of teaching,
I can
why don't you just have a club and
find
take the
really,
team
like,
open
local
longer?
personalities
This
in
guy's like, I think my
Spanish.
wife is going
Yeah,
to
I was
divorce me.
gonna say,
if that happens.
It's
And
not
I
much
thought, wow,
different.
that's harsh.
Like,
But then,
Spanish
like,
is
now I'm older and I'm like, no, I kind of want to spend, like, especially like this one Thursday. I mean, this one weekend. Like, I wrapped my head around being done for the season, you know? And then, so now I'm kind of living for the weekend since I
I
can see
speak
Felix.
French.
And the other coach is
Studied
like, hey, do you
Italian
want
and
to
This is
I
my
remember
silver
my
key.
Italian
go to a
was
tournament? I'm like,
Spanish.
actually
What's my
kind of
cue?
like
And then
mentally
I started
separated
studying
from
French.
that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I think my answer was I can't really think of a reason to keep me out of it. And, you know, it's all on good because
Mhm.
he and the other guys
French
want to
for
do
so
this
Dad, do you like my silver
then I
cue?
took
so much.
Italian and
Noise.
university.
I like it a
That
lot.
one I
It's a
remember.
few.
But
And
then
it's
I took
silver.
Spanish after. It was like the
Some other
beginning of
colors.
beginner Spanish.
Pink and purple.
And the lady wrote on my paper, like, you can't take this class, you've taken Spanish before. And I'm like, I swear to you, I've never taken Spanish, but I've taken 17 years of French and a year of Italian. And that's what I said. And then she's like, oh, that makes so much more sense now.
Yeah.
I said, but I have the grammar in Spanish is so different. So Italian, French grammar, totally the same. Spanish way in left
Spanish
field.
goes with Romanian.
So Spanish and Romanian.
I barely speak English.
Haha. Luca, you know, my friend Luca, his
So,
boyfriend is taking Russian and German in university. So
You don't remember what Romanian looks like. It's a guy that made me like you made me think about it. Look alike.
How much Japanese do you speak?
You know, no, I don't have any pictures myself.
No?
I understand why I can speak.
I actually realized one of the reasons why I don't take the languages very well is because I'm intuitive. And so when I'm listening to people speak, even in English, I'm not really listening to the syntax, I'm listening to the tone of their voice. So it doesn't really matter to me
Like what language?
what language they're in. I'm still
You
using
don't have to
feelings
have
more than my
If I go outside, like
and I remember drawing scenes together watching. Because when I watch foreign films, I'll often kind of zone out and stop. I forget to read the subtitles, and I'm just sort of following along.
Yeah.
The tone of voice, and if they're good actors, it works. If they're bad actors, I got to read
subtitles.
the subtitles.
Sorry, I'm not listening. When I'm listening, like I have to
I don't
read the
mind.
subtitles. I always have to read subtitles.
I don't mind if you listen. I thought we're all having a conversation.
Mhm.
Subtitles on.
I thought you were part of the family.
Ah, there you go.
I don't have to. Yeah, usually behind the camera.
Dad,
What?
And I'm
That's
looking, I
weird.
cannot show.
I got angry at my
More
cue.
than 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't have.
he got angry.
Exactly like nobody was there.
Now me
Yeah,
make
not
sure.
so much.
Slime.
I'm sorry.
My father had
You know, slime's really popular.
Slime?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Camera.
I didn't know
What?
that either.
What do you mean?
I just.
It's-
I
you
don't
get-
remember.
There's all kinds of different kinds.
Yeah.
You should get this. You order this jar.
Slime.
Yeah.
Oh, I
and
thought you said
it's-
slime.
And it's got there's different things in it. So
Oh.
some of them have meats in it and stuff.
Yeah.
Play with it.
Yeah.
And it comes in pretty hard.
Did you say
actually have to
meats?
add stuff in it to
Slime.
Push it up.
Did you say meats in it?
Beads.
Okay, good.
It's like we're all a
I
little
thought
hard of
you
hearing.
said
It's like-
I love
Yeah,
it.
there's
I'm
beets
like,
in it.
really?
Actually, there might be some that have beets in it. It's really
No,
weird
he
stuff.
thought you said meat.
Meat?
Yeah.
Like it's made out of.
Like
And
pepperoni.
then I.
Slimy meat.
Pepperoni slime. But apparently it's really popular.
That's a thing.
Well, how does popular affect it? Like, I can see why you
She
might
just
want
likes it for
slime.
stress.
Yeah, but like, why would popular be?
Well,
like-
apparently a lot of people like using it for stress.
Maybe
Oh, I
easy
see.
to access, like easy to get.
But they
Well,
don't
they
like,
have, yeah, it's.
they don't have
easy
like
to get.
slime parties where they get.
Well, they have clubs now or something.
A slime club?
And you get one a month or something like that.
Oh.
Now what should I draw in my?
And it's different stuff every time. She likes it. you never know what you're gonna get.
That's kind of fun.
It's different.
And then
I
you get-
was like, okay, but I didn't really get it, but she seemed to enjoy it. She's playing with it tons.
Did you buy her some for Christmas?
No, I didn't even know about this fad. Just brought a bunch of it to the house
That's the part I don't understand.
Really
Why would it be
small,
a
fine
fad?
brushes, the lines.
because people
Everyone's
like to use
stressed.
it to relax. Yeah.
Everyone's anxiety
And,
ridden
and
right now.
they have the technology now to make it different.
This
So
is
it
the
comes to smell
Pokemon version.
like you can have it smell like mango or something like that.
Oh,
It's
smell.
got different kinds of crystals in it. And some of it has moisturizer stuff in it.
I don't think I can stop myself from putting it in my mouth. It was sensitive.
Well, and some of it's stringy. Like she pulled this one out.
Maybe it's got a
like
natural
spider webs.
consequence to put it in your mouth.
She
Yeah.
pulled it apart
Yeah.
and be like webs. And then push it together again and pull it
So,
apart.
that's what I
Maybe
do.
just put it in your mouth once and
But
then
I
you
try
do that
everything.
again.
It was pretty interesting.
All right, I just realized something else.
Doing art,
Yeah.
sewing,
Yes.
I'm trying to think
or
of a
like
fad that I've
this,
ever
like
bought into.
watercolor.
And maybe it's like a version
I'm
of
not good at it.
fads.
I just love it.
Or not an aversion, but just a
You're totally good at it.
I'm not, I'm good at
You're
it.
totally good at it.
Not even.
Sorry
frogs.
again for butting into your car.
I said, I guess I'm still learning because it's like such an interesting,
There's
there
so
are a
much.
there's so much you can do.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
And you can like add other
Yeah.
things to it. That's the thing that
Yeah.
I
I
find
didn't get into
amazing. Like,
progs. I
that year I did
there are a
watercolor
few
with the
sort of
sevens and I
things that
made
were
them try
fad
like
like that when I
put
get
rice on
into
it, put
Yeah,
decades after
saran
they were
wrap
put
and
saran wrap on
yeah.
it.
So like I
You had so many textures in it. That
There you
is
go.
what I like about it.
did I buy a Rubik's Cube because it was a fad? Absolutely not.
And then add and
Did
take
I
away, but then you can also
own a
add
Rubik's Cube
tools.
because it was an interesting toy? Yes.
And that,
Did I ever
mix it with
did I ever
Epsom
talk
salt.
to anybody about my Rubik's Cube? No.
It's
In
like the
fact,
salt you can have.
that
a
was the
bath
thrill
with.
of solving the
Oh, that
Rubik's
kind of
Cube
salt?
as I got to
If you
be
mix the watercolor
middle aged and I
with the
never
Epsom
broke
salt,
the
and the equal parts
the,
of water and the salt and the bit of the liquid watercolor paint.
illusion.
Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake
But I
it, and
wouldn't
let
have
it
conversations with
sit
people
for a while.
about the
It crystallizes.
Rubik's Cube because I didn't want anybody to
The
spoil
paint
solving it.
crystallizes.
And
Oh.
I wanted to solve it by myself.
Yeah.
So I can
But
tell you
with the
for a fact
watercolor, it
that when
takes the
Rubik's
color of
Cube
it.
were
It's the
popular,
coolest thing.
I think I had one and never had a conversation with anybody about it.
Banana bike seats.
No, I had a banana bike seat when they were cool anymore, but that's kind of the story of my life because I had a skateboard in between the 70s and the 80s. There was a span of time where
But when it dries,
skateboards had been cool in the
it like
60s.
crystallizes. the
And
color.
your older cousin might have had something that kind of rotted in the
Right? So
backyard.
you put the
Yeah.
And
watercolor, like
then
your watercolor
people would make fun of
with
you for being
Epsom
on a
salt, which
skateboard,
you
and
usually
then later
have
on
bath
skateboards
with.
became
And
cool
then when you
again.
paint with it,
So I rode
it
skateboards when they were
crystallizes.
like,
Yeah, just look at it,
Something you did
watercolor
not
with
for.
Epsom salt,
What's
and
in
then tell you
between the
how to mix
70s and the
it.
80s?
Because I think
roller
it's
skates.
There's something in between everything.
half a tablespoon of salt, half a tablespoon of water.
So 1-to-1.
One
There's
to one.
something between everything.
Swirl it for 2
1979.
minutes and then paint with it, and then when
No,
it
like,
dries
look
overnight,
at
it
there's something
becomes all
between my hands right now,
crystallized.
right? So
Isn't that cool?
in between the 70s and the 80s, there was this
Right?
flicker
But you don't have
of
the
time
salt yet.
I
that
need to
was,
do that with the inside part.
when skateboards were like forgotten.
Isn't that cool? So that's why I like it. 'cause
So
you can
yeah, and it overlapped
add
too,
things to
right?
watercolor,
The,
you can put things on
the,
it.
the last person on the
Yeah. What you could
1960s
do.
banana board probably was still looking to
No.
buy one.
But there
in the
are
first,
there colors that
1980s,
you lean towards? Like
So
when
we
you go
need
painting?
So we need
Mhm.
the Epsom salt and then what?
The metaphor, really.
Epsom
Very nice.
salt, water, and the watercolor.
When I say.
That's it.
But yeah, no, I didn't get caught up in fads, and I think
And then
I
when it
would,
dries
I would actually
overnight,
avoid things if they were
It
popular.
gets shiny.
That's funny because I never really did
Isn't that
either.
cool? Like, it
In
becomes
fact,
almost
when
like
people were
crystals,
like
like
crazy about fads,
Without
I kind
meaning
of
to
avoided
ignore
them
you either, I'm
most
like,
of the time.
look, because I have to tell
No, and I
Felix
like
he needs to do it on
actually
paper. He
would-
can't do it on acrylic paint, but I'll talk to him after.
I didn't understand.
I just like seeing your like 4
Although
eyeballs.
Dungeons and Dragons was a fad, and I like that,
And
but
the
I
other
like
But
the
that-
game.
Yeah, and it wasn't because it was popular, it was just it happened to be
And
available at
it
that time.
kind of like goes.
Right, that's what
into
it's like
salt.
yo-yos too. Like I
Like a
like a
little one.
yo-yo. I'm not gonna hold it against the yo-yo that other people like yo-yos.
Mhm.
But I actually had a certain amount of rage when those kids
It's
were
just really,
buying all
really
those
interesting
stupid
how to
spinning
do
toys.
it, and it looks like just water.
No,
They
that's not
seem to
true.
go in
Salt
cycles
is-
because
Yeah,
when
that's
I
true. I
was
didn't-
younger, there was a
And
spinning
they got a
gyroscope.
solid out there.
And there was
Yeah,
these
but it teaches
tops.
about the whole.
Yeah,
I
my-
remember what they called
my
it.
dad had
like the whole
scissors or
right?
something.
And then you'll see.
It was a
in the
top
morning,
and
it'll
you
be
would
like
pull it. And then you could
so
balance it on your
close.
finger, you could turn it sideways. It was basically a gyroscope, but
You know what you have that you forgot
all
was
kinds of stuff.
your SSPs.
I know with regular
I didn't
salt,
have those.
you put it on top.
We
and
had
then it'll, like,
Sizzlers and stuff with them.
What's a sizzler?
Sizzler was made by Hot Wheels. So it used a battery and charged it.
Wasn't an SSP
It's not gonna be
from
the
Hot
same.
Wheels?
No.
Mm,
But you put it
does
on
it have
top.
that? Maybe
It doesn't
have
have
that.
that power.
No,
Wasn't it
but if
SSP?
you put it on top, it does.
What did they send
Yes,
for?
that's why it's interesting.
I had no idea what this stood for.
You can,
It just sounded
do a
good.
lot
I
of
thought.
really
I always thought it just sounded
cool.
fast or something.
Did you have a big gym action figure?
Oh,
Nope.
yeah.
Did you have a GI Joe?
Postcards, that would be
Nope.
fun.
Maskatron?
I want to make my
Maskatron?
I never had any toys.
Photos, that would be so good.
It's funny,
Legos.
I
That's
buy a
about
lot of
as close as I would
postcards
get.
when I go to the, like.
when was the last time you bought Lego
markets
for
and stuff,
yourself?
when people have their art.
For myself?
Yeah.
It's easy.
And I hang them in the
It's been a long
class.
time.
Yeah.
I kind of got disinterested. Like I was interested in it when they came up with the space Lego,
Yeah.
spaceships. But when I realized that there was a lot of
I have-
limitations to their
A lot of them, actually, now that I think.
like the designs are really specific and you could build your own stuff with them still. But
Yeah, I know, it's almost like you made it to a,
kind of
instruction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of lost interest after that.
Yeah. Oliver started collecting
I
Lego,
just like,
Doesn't really make sense.
not just.
which I thought was
but I
like
like the idea of just your
backwards.
photos
I
in
was
it,
like, what are you
because
doing?
it's like a nice way.
And then
They're good size.
he wanted me
that
to
you
buy
can
him
make
the.
on a wall, or you can make one.
He doesn't ask for anything, so he calls me up one night. He's like, "You should buy me this," and it was the Lego Daily Bugle, and I was like,
You could put like
"I
stickers
could
and
buy
all
you
that
that."
stuff.
Like, I
Okay,
want
yeah.
that, so I just bought it.
My son ordered
And it
it.
came in the mail, and then I'm like, "So how did you enjoy it?" He's like, "No, I think I'm investing." I said, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "No, I'm not gonna build it.
Always
in a
gonna
box."
be
I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And
They don't have.
no, but it actually makes more sense than. So what happened was his mom bought him with my child support a $500 Lego set for Christmas one year. That was the Death Star. Now the Death Star's unopened, I think.
It's hard, right? You
Say
work so
$100.
hard. And
Is it?
Yeah.
It was worth $5,000 for a while. It might be worth $800 now.
UCS.
Oh, yeah.
Death Star?
What?
UCS. Ultimate Collector Series.
I don't know.
I
But the one he had was worth $5,000, and he opened it, of course, and used it. So it has to be an open for me to get the $5,000.
make
So
your
he
own.
wanted to
Well, let me know
see the,
because if you sell them.
the Daily Bugle. And I was like, "That's okay, but like I'm gonna buy you something to play with." so I bought him this jazz set, and I put it on my shelf. And then it's funny because it sat there for a little while before I was too busy to drop it off, and I actually kind of just like it. It sort of feels like an endless possibility. You know what I mean? The pieces are all in there,
Oh,
and the fun is sort of like waiting to happen.
being creative.
So I kept this one Lego set as a collector.
That is totally how
And
my
then since then, I bought him a few more Lego sets to make up his
I
mind.
like
Like,
how you did that. I saw that. I was like, oh, that's so, I said, I'm running out of room, but now I can just add.
but I really encouraged, and he ended up doing the
Yeah.
he ended up doing the Daily Bugle, which made me happy. But also,
The computer.
yeah, I bought him this year. I bought him the actually bought it for myself, but I didn't think I would take the time to build it.
I'm the same. That's what I
It's
have
the,
on the computer.
natural history,
Yeah, that would be good.
and it's really
Then you
cool.
could-
But I didn't want to build it, so I bought it for myself. You know, if you're gonna keep one of your sets unopened, this is probably the one you want to.
But could you make your photos and use like,
So I don't know ways to do that. But I have to say I was quite
but
related
could
to
you use like Procreate
his,
to enhance your photos or like make them into more like drawings? Yeah. Like Procreate
Which one?
the on the tablet.
It's unopened?
And then take your photo and then alter
How long have you been building it?
A while.
But you have to learn, yeah, and find your.
Felix and I are different. We buy Lego sets and throw out the instructions right away. It's like I feel like if we get rid of these instructions, it'll be a lot more fun.
We've bought so many different kinds of blocks boxes, and I was like, "Oh, look, we can build all these things." And then the instructions are in the garbage. I'm like, "How are you gonna build stuff?" And they're like well,
And just
different brains. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be a member of the
Well, I told Oliver when he was in grade
I
5,
don't know how to use it.
because his dream was to work for the Lego store. I said, what you need to do is fill out a resume, tell them you're, what are you, 10?
Found that real.
And for the next
Like,
8 years, drop off a resume once a year that you want to work at the Lego store when you turn 16. I guarantee you, by the time you turn 16, if the job opens, they're like, just give that damn kid a job. But he kind of lost interest in Lego for a while now. Now he's working construction.
Unless that was the like.
Oh, oh, awesome!
Instructions and
I've been really liking watching you. Like it evolves every time I like peek at it. I'm like,
kept it here because I needed to be finished.
no, that's awesome. That is so cool. Opening 20. Very cool. Thank you so much.
And I
Yeah, you
called my
too.
friend at
Nice
work, I'm
seeing
like, "Are
you.
these really good first day back?" He's like, why? He's like,
So
no.
they are
And I
good.
sent
They're
him that
work
link,
Canadian.
and it said they would do the first day back. And he's like, well, if you didn't answer, why did you ask me?
They don't.
I was like, no. I was like, I saw it. I just didn't believe it. I was like, well, I'm not doing it. So I stayed up all night getting my report
That's
cards
why I
done.
left, because I didn't know who to trust anymore. It was very
Next day
sad,
found
because
out
that's,
they-
I love,
They were due, but then they changed
I
it.
love fashion. I
So we
love,
had it
I
done.
grew up in
I'm
it.
like, great. That never works on my
I
kids,
don't
but,
like the things like, I had a really hard
Thank you,
time
MT.
with that part. But not
I'm
everyone,
done them.
like
I
we
just
went to
have to.
Montreal, and a woman who ran,
check the stuff. And
Oh.
change everything.
yeah,
yeah.
But
Well, and then
We'll
so like,
see.
I kept getting notices saying that transfer.
Simone, the hard part about keeping the feed going is we have a 4-hour,
So like a couple days in a row, I'm like, okay,
it's like a 3 or 4 hour limit, and it just shuts off. And I can't remember which stream it's on, which if it's Streamer that has that limit, or if
but that's
it's.
what I mean. Like, but they're the ones that are up high.
Jeez, what's going on here?
We found
How about
that
Simone? I can message you the link, okay? Because if that's a stress, I can just message you the link
And then we have gone across
to find
Boston
it.
and looked at other, talked
Fix
with
this if it's not
people.
working.
Yeah, I think we tried it in the past, and it did a.
They're thinking about
And it
it.
I
was
think it shuts down. It's like a timer
The only one that
thing.
wasn't transferring.
I don't know if that's an
And so
old
for, like,
thing or
3
just
days in a
used
row, I
to.
kept, like,
And then
You know what I mean? Just used to it. I'm not sure. I will figure it out.
they
And
told
there's
me like,
also
oh,
Zen.
we're better,
No,
Or
it
they
was the
didn't
software,
listen to
something
us.
software.
or they didn't want to collaborate, or they didn't want to whatever. And it was sad.
I wasn't
Now
mad
we're
at
missing.
anybody. Nobody was mad at me, but it's just funny how sometimes like believing that you could be part of the problem.
And the fact that you were done before everybody was.
I know better, yeah.
What's that?
You were done before everybody else.
I'm often done before everybody else because I stress about these things, but I also want to hold on to the last second before I come in because I'll
It's
have
true,
like,
there's a lot of entitlement.
yeah, I got this one kid that doesn't come to school that does a ton of art, right? And so I've been telling her all semester, I'm like, listen, you gotta get me evidence of your work, because I'm looking at your work and you're never here. And report card's gonna come and I'll be the only one with grades for you and you're gonna tell me I'm crazy. So I need you to drop off your work, right? I see her work all semester, and then a couple weeks go by and I haven't seen her at all. I'm like, I can't possibly pass you because I haven't seen any of your work. And
I like to study.
so I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and you know, this is one of those things where I get my grades done on time, but the kid shows up. I haven't seen her in weeks. It's like, let me see your work. She did all this great work. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need to take photos of this because like, really doesn't help me when I'm the only teacher you do work for.
Calgary is not the same for when I moved, because I didn't.
Pretty crazy person.
And it was.
And I literally sometimes have to keep evidence of the kids' work. It's like,
so overwhelming, but now.
It's just so
I think
sketchy that they don't do anything except for run my class. And sometimes they're super over excelling in my class, right? Like second best student in school, all they do is draw. You know, but they don't do anything else.
I mean, we found it nice.
Is the feed off?
No,
Generally.
we can turn it off in a little
I'm
bit.
not
It's
asking you to turn
8:30.
it off. I was asking if it was on.
No, it's on.
I caught a kid today, he's changing the homepage
No.
information.
Okay, awesome. So that's a good point. I'll message you the link
On
to
his
the
homebook.
auction.
And it was like, hey, this is pretty easy. He just,
And it was.
and so what he say? I eat kids was on it and then changed, put something like weird looking gremlin at the bottom of the screen and stuff. And I think he didn't expect me to be walking by him at the time. I looked at him and I'm like, it's really easy to change the text and everything. If you're interested in stuff, you should like look up the language. Java, it can be Python. I said, then like start working on it. Because I said, I just build websites for
I used to,
you get paid pretty good stuff for that. So,
You know what I did today?
so he was like, I thought he was gonna get in trouble. I'm like,
I gotta
"That's pretty
write.
cool."
I've got to write a chapter in a book about AI.
Mhm.
So I've been tinkering with it. And today I got on AI, and like I'm like, oh, I want a quote for my car, so I go to get a quote and look at the Black Book, and like it wants all my personal information, and it wants me to send them an email. They're gonna like take my email and take a quote and then send it to me. And if I pay for the quote, then I get the value of my car. So I opened up Chatbot GPT, and I'm like, how much is my car worth? And like, oh, it's worth lots of different things. I'm like, can you give me a ballpark? They're like, yep, it's between $15,000 and $25,000. I'm like, how much for the new
iBuzz.
iBuzz? And they're like, they're going to be between $40,000 and $70,000. I'm like, and how much will I get for my trade-in? And like, it's a ballpark, but you probably get this much. I'm like, well, that's not what the dealership said. And it was like, you know what I mean? It was like, it probably is exactly what I'm going to get. So I was like tinkering with the AI just to find out answers to stuff that I usually have to, get the runaround for. But that information is out there, so the chatbot GPT was able to grab it. But then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot this can do code. So I'm like, can you write me code for Pac-Man? And it explains to me that Pac-Man's a little bit complex, but it can get me started. It gives me a half page of code.
To get it.
And I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, can I test out this code? And they're like, no, you can't do that here. I'm like, where can I test it out? And they're like, well, you can do it here. And they gave me a link to a blank page that I can use to test out my
The Mint, the National Mint.
the code.
And they're all really close to each other.
So I dropped the code in, and it has a little spinning Pac-Man head. I'm like, well, that's cool. I'm like, but I mean, what's this number? So I typed in where it said 100. I changed it to 40.
That's funny because my dad
And,
used to work at the post office, so we get us the stamps.
Hit run,
then
and it moved like halfway across the page. So I'm like, okay, so now I know that one is the. And then I'm like, okay, yeah. And then I noticed the word yellow, so I turned Pac-Man green. And I was just tinkering with writing.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling him. I said, well, you see the code there, like, just figure out what it does.
Yeah.
That's how I learn program.
So I wrote myself choose your own adventure game today, and
My fingerprints on
I had the chatbot write my course outlines for the teaching an option next semester called Jess, you remember the name of my option next semester? About learning strategies. So learning strategies, a lot of the teachers end up giving the kids like extra assignments and journaling and stuff like this.
L-stress is so bad.
Okay, but I'm gonna just teach them how to raise their grades, not give them any extra work, and let them use that time to raise their grades, right? So I'm using ChatGPT to learn more about learning strategy. And I'm like, you know what I really should be doing, and I don't know if I'm ready to do this because I'm backlash, but I should be teaching them how to use ChatGPT as a learning strategy. Right? Like I should be teaching them how to use this to learn things. Because that's how I taught myself all the stuff I understand about neuroscience right now. I just started asking chatbot questions, and it started. What I like about it is it listens long enough to understand my question, right? Like my question might be a 5-parter, and it can keep all the pieces in its consciousness for me to long enough to get up my long-winded ideas.
It's enriched.
Pizza.
How-
Where'd that come from?
How much? Yeah, in
Can I have these?
in how much?
It's $5.
That's not
That's thin.
It's a keto.
I will.
Love you, this guy, exact same.
Huh?
This guy just ordered us pizza right for $3.
Oh, that's fine.
And then you're like, I'm gonna go. I'm like, I'm not gonna tell him about the pizza.
I'm very more.
Yeah, I'm like, that's gonna be awkward.
I got myself a pizza for lunch tomorrow as well. And breakfast tomorrow. I
Smells
eat
good.
once a day.
You eat once a day.
Yeah.
Well, it's bad timing now because I'm gonna go now anyway.
You know that thing where like there's a really simple problem, but you don't want to face it. You need me to deal with everything.
Yeah.
How would be giving me $20 for my painting?
You could put it in your pocket and then you would have it to give.
No, just go give it to him.
No.
How is this like a rich problem?
You
Because I
want
do.
me to do it?
No.
Maybe because then Sky can't say no to Felix.
Oh my god, that's a great solution.
Oh my God. Yes, that's a great
Use
solution.
the side face.
Here, Phil. Slide this to.
Can you take this away from me? I want to eat it all.
Slide this
And
to
then
Sky.
you can-
My phone just hit me on the foot. Thank you. Sky.
Just kind of like,
I'm gonna head off.
and then I go.
But I can't. They say it's due tomorrow. I don't believe them. But
I haven't even looked.
That's why we said Felix.
I have that sitting at home on my bed. It'll be
It's
good-
like
good
grandmas
to-
and
it's gonna be
children.
Thank you,
good to
Galen.
read when
Thank
your
you,
report
Galen.
is Good to read.
No,
when
no,
you're
no,
in bed.
my
It'll make me fall asleep.
I thought you were gonna get it for a split second.
I have to read my report, so I put it by my bed because it'll help me fall asleep. Imagine reading the same comment on the report card over and over again just to make sure you spelled somebody's name right. It'll make me sleepy.
So I have to live paintings of myself. And my
Some people get past that sleep because
I just found out something. Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, Galen. We were in the elevator going down this morning, and like I was super awkward. I was holding my jacket. I was like sweaty and like so much stuff. There's 2 people in the elevator, and they're just like, "This is my wife, Jessica." And I was like, "Oh no, he's just gonna like apologize for me being so awkward." And it's her birthday today. I was like, "Oh no, now it's more awkward."
That's awesome.
It was really cute, and they were like so sweet. They're like, "Oh, happy birthday!" I'm like, ah.
I don't remember much anymore.
I read them and then I'll fall asleep.
It's
We
really
have
fun.
2 Mr. Wongs in our school now.
do
And I said,
not like
No.
some sounds.
No.
Like, you know, when the fan in the bathroom.
one of them wanted,
Okay, I thought you were gonna say
no, no, no.
running, it just
they don't
like-
make a
It's
white.
not one of the, no.
Why is that white?
They don't make it white.
2 bugs don't make a
Yeah,
white.
Yeah.
I have to get someone like.
But,
you have to turn it on.
One of them wanted a comment that I had used, and I was like, okay, I'll send it to you. Which one are you? And he's like, what? I'm like, I'm not actually joking. I'm terrible at
I'm not
names, and I
being a
know-
jerk. Like,
I'm actually impressed that I remember that one of you was Brendan and one of you was Nick, but I can't remember which of you was which.
Can't get it out of my
Oh,
head.
Fan sound?
They're
You know, like the fan from the bathroom.
probably 32, 33.
You know, in the
Do they- are they
bathroom
related?
when you're-
No.
Oh, that
you
fan.
have a
But-
Remember like
fan
Nick and
that
Glenn went to
you
junior high together?
But You know, it's funny because I can remember their names,
Yeah,
but
I don't like that sound.
I have trouble with it. I'm having a
And
lot of
even
trouble
like
with
fan in
it.
the summer, like obviously.
Even more than I used to.
but it's
There's
like-
medication for that.
Sometimes I have to put the earbuds
What's it
in
called?
So I don't hear it.
think
I don't know.
like the ability to sleep would be a
A lot of
like
people
having
like it.
less
That's what I
sleep,
mean.
like
A lot
when
of
we're
people like it's
not
close to
sleeping. I
bed.
think that's what
Oh,
stops me.
I don't have trouble sleeping.
Oh,
I
really?
don't remember days.
Oh,
I did have trouble. I
I
did
played
have
music
trouble
for
sleeping
my
my whole life until just recently.
Don't
I
laugh at
moved a
me.
record player right next to
Wait,
the
it's
bed,
not
that you
okay.
played for
and I realized that
yourself.
time
But
is so
I
bad.
can do. Look, look.
Every time I
Anxiety
can't
music.
sleep, it's an
I can't
opportunity to
have
just be
anxiety.
cognizant of my life.
Or maybe I
sit
have
there
anxiety, and then I just
and
make
enjoy myself, and then I fall asleep.
Look at.
And as soon
8
as I
hours
stop
super
fighting with
sleep
myself to
music for your
sleep,
cat.
it stopped being a problem.
I have trouble sleeping.
Actually, that is exactly the same music that I.
Not now that she's got slime.
Relaxing.
I tell them meditation is good.
I see a lot of people listen to music, but
I'm gonna fall asleep now, okay?
I haven't seen. I
And I said to her, like, when you're having trouble sleeping and you try to sleep, you're never gonna be able to sleep. If you try to sleep, that makes it difficult.
It turns off after.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I need to keep this music on for
You
the
can never
cat.
force yourself to sleep.
Yeah.
And don't laugh. My son's really funny. Like, it didn't stay on.
Yeah, fair. It's like Thursday.
I said, usually when I
I-
can't sleep,
I
I try
have a
not to
song that
sleep.
is exactly.
Oh, is that your cat?
So what I try to do is just relax and forget about trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Just chill out. And usually you fall asleep then.
Yeah, well, like I said, as soon as I started like just enjoying being awake, listening to records.
Yep. Obviously.
And actually, it's funny because
We had him when he was like 4
when I
weeks
met
old,
Jess,
so
she's like, "No, there's no way I can sleep with music on."
not with his mom.
Like she's like, "This is a
Now
deal
he-
breaker." I'm like, "Okay, no music."
Still.
And then
So-
just recently, she was,
Tries to
you know,
get
and
my ears
that
still.
didn't last
He's like
long.
6
About
years
5
old,
years later,
still
she's like,
like,
"No, if you want to listen to music and help you sleep, go ahead." Which was really nice.
I'm like, there's
And then
nothing
just
in that
recently-
ear. You're not gonna get any food.
She was reading about kids and trauma and trauma
We're gonna
survivors
make fun
often
grass in the sky.
need music. Why do they need music?
It's like actually about abandonment. So it's like when you hear the noise in the other room or when you hear the noise, it's like
You know there's-
comforting because you know there's
yeah.
people there and you're not alone and you're not like yeah. So it's like
Which
a
is super
trauma
funny
response
because-
to abandonment.
I used to work at Thrifties, and I remember to go past the jewelry store at Thrifties to get to the food court.
If the ground blue and
Gee,
the
I
sky blue
traumatized Kai.
opposite.
He always listens to music at night.
Probably.
Probably.
You have to ask him about that.
It might actually
But,
probably won't.
But so like here I am walking to the food court for the 1000th time at this store, and this lady comes running out of the jewelry shop screaming at me, and I'm like, I've never seen this lady before. Why is she yelling at me? And she's like, every time, why? And I was like, what are you talking about? So for like 2 or 3 years, every time I went to the food court, I'd walk out of my store and run my fingers along the glass at the jewelry store.
But not intentionally.
Yeah, no, just so that I didn't disappear into another universe, you know? Like,
Oh.
I was just making sure I was still here.
Obvious.
And I didn't even know. I wasn't until she asked me, like, why? And I was like, she said why 30 times. And I'm like, I don't know what you're asking. She's like, you do. Why? And then I'm like, what? And then finally she's like, you put your fingers on my windows and I clean them. And you put your fingers on my windows and I clean them. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Do I do that? You know, like, and I'm like, I don't know why I do that. And then I had to stop to think about it. And because I was only afraid that I might just float into space.
Thank you.
We get it.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Why?
Like, what the heck is this crazy lady talking about?
Yeah. Me and my psychological problem. But then, like, oh my God, because at St. Mike's, I'm trying to remember all the teachers in that. Well, and you were in that wing for a while,
Yeah.
too. Would get so worked up about the kids running their fingers along the hallway. And I'd be walking down the hallway listening to them screaming at the kids, thinking, what are the kids even doing? And then I realized what they were doing was running their hands along the lockers. And I was doing that too, but I was also like flicking the locks.
Yeah, because they rattled the locks. That bug people?
Yeah.
I like that because then I knew they were coming.
Yeah, no, they don't like that at all.
I just close people's lockers.
That's a total autistic trait.
Don't be, you got some hits on your face.
My dad used to be in the army.
You're locking for you.
They used to have big foot lockers and they would put pranks on each other. He saw his buddy was still there. So he crawled in his locker and he'd sit there with his coat. And the guy opened his locker and went, here you go. And the guy spun around, fell on the drafting table and was like,
That's my brother.
and he like had a mini heart attack, he said. So that was a good one.
What happened?
My dad put a prank on one of the people he worked with in the army. But then the pranking stopped when he hid under he used to teach drafting to surveyors in the school of military drafting. That was his job.
Oh.
And then huge drafting tables, right? And he crawled under the drafting table. And he waited because he knew the guy had to come back. And he heard us shuffling kind of on the carpet. And he went like this, grabbed him, and went, gotcha! And it was the CEO, like the commanding officer.
Oh my God.
He's like, Cross, what the hell are you guys doing here? And he was like, they didn't do pranks anymore. After that. That was nice.
I remember I used to play my my grade 8 teacher all the time. My favorite one, and it was just because it lasted so long, was me and Travis Kopp had been moved to the front of the room, so we couldn't cause trouble. And I was like, I'll show you. And so I tied a string to my foot, looped it around my teacher's chair,
Oh no.
and then tied it to Travis's foot. So what happened was he pulled his chair out and we pulled it back. And he was just like, oh, that's weird. He pulled it out again and we pulled it back. And the second time he slowly reached to get it. And then he almost pulled the chair back a third time. And instead, in one foul swoop, he grabbed the meter stick and went whack, whack.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Whoops, no more pranks.
Wait, what happened?
He smacked us with a ruler because we were pulling the chair in as he pulled it out. We just tied the chair to our feet.
That's pretty good.
How did you know what was happening?
We're sitting in the school.
Hi, Colin. How are you?
Well, the funny thing is, the first time he pulled the chair, he was like,
Thank
really
you so much for.
confused.
Thank you, and thank you for driving Felix too. That's so kind of you. It's like, especially on these hard nights. I
Back
know.
at your mom's stuff.
Oh, here.
It was like a good and he would always just turn it on with the.
Is that all your stuff like that?
Yeah,
All of it?
yeah, all of it. Yeah.
Wow.
So the paper pieces and illustrations from the book.
Okay, happy birthday.
Thank
So we
you,
thought
Dylan.
his ear was gonna explode.
I got a
Thanks for
3200. What do you have?
I have a site something.
Oh, you have a newer one. Use this as your
Outside.
receipt.
I heard of that. I'm pretty sure
That's the
The
worst.
worst thing the worst prank I've ever done is I taped the bottom of the
Extra battery.
water faucet, so when somebody turned it on,
If you want to
It's
hold
right
on to it, if I
everywhere.
ever need it,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
could ask
yeah.
you for it, maybe I can borrow it, but
I
otherwise,
did it to him.
here, I probably
did it to
don't need
your dad?
it.
No.
As the technology gets older.
I have
You know
lots
what,
of stuff if you ever need to borrow my
Are
camera.
you needing this camera?
We used to have.
What do you got there?
Olympus.
You know, like-
Oh, that's film.
She
That's what?
changed,
Always have
they
films,
changed
so.
all the chocolate for teacher's chalkboard to white
She's a
toothpaste.
cool.
So when the
With this
teacher
one,
went to
with
pick up
exactly
the
this
chalk,
camera,
it was
I
toothpaste and then in their
like
hand.
this one, exactly the same.
Did you love it?
I used it like 5 years.
And then they
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same.
probably isn't very.
No, I don't think so. That one is new.
I
I know what it is. I know what I let it.
I got that one new. I haven't used it in a while, and I was just like, it needs a home because it's not getting newer.
That's why I always
Right?
look
And I
at
thought actually, I thought it was
Don't even do that.
taste to it.
We make sure no one's pranked you.
I got myself an upgrade thing to hold my back. But
Okay,
not
so actually, we're gonna stop this feed.
Is that popular?
No.
I used to have one of those.
This one.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe if
I
I
did
get
have-
maybe if I get another like I have
The
seen
75mm.
I know.
Oh, hi, Dad. Thank you.
75mm lens.
well
With
this is lens.
That's awesome. Hi, Dan. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody for watching.
Like if it's good
Thank
light,
you.
yeah.
I'm so glad you could make it. And actually,
But
I'm
if
like,
it's light,
up
I will
so you're
not get
feeling happy.
That worked out perfect.
It's impossible. It
Do you,
doesn't
if
work
you have
this
any
way.
paper
what's
shifts, can you
the-
just do the paper shifts before you go so they don't dry out?
Yeah.
It's the kids.
or just even soak them in water so they're good. Okay, so we're gonna finish up the live feed here, and then Simone, I will send you the link when we start up the auction.
I think
later.
they're all good, Jesse.
They're all good. Oh, you're amazing. Okay, so we'll see you soon at 9 o'clock.